Back to follow-up segment tonight. Tomorrow is the 14th anniversary of the savage 9/11 attack, which affected every one of us and changed the country forever. Right now, there are 28 pages of information about that attack that remain classified. In those pages are names of people who allegedly helped the al-Qaeda killers, but who have never been held accountable. With us now here in New York City, investigative reporter Cheryl Atkinson, who begins a new TV program called Full Measure on Sunday, October 4th. So, you know, in New York, obviously, every 9/11 anniversary, tomorrow going to be a very somber, dour day. I know people who have lost loved ones, family members, all of that. There are a group of families who are very angry about this classified information. Why are they angry?
They feel as though there is specific information, and that's according to members of Congress who've been allowed to read them, specific information about names of those responsible who haven't been held to justice, how they facilitated the attacks and helped the hijackers, what they did. By not holding them accountable, it sends a message that these victims' families argue that the facilitators can continue to get away with this sort of terrorist funding.
Okay. Now, you haven't seen any of this stuff, right?
Right.
All right. But you have talked to Congress people who have seen it.
Right.
But they can't tell you what names are in there, right?
Right.
But we do know there's Saudi Arabian names, correct?
Yes. From what's been said, they will tell you that the pages directly implicate allegedly Saudi royal officials and government officials who they say in the pages are blamed as being responsible for helping finance and facilitate these attacks.
But that story has been around, you know, and the bin Laden family was whisked out of the United States by President Bush himself right after the 9/11 attack, and they went back to Saudi Arabia, correct?
That's right.
All right. So from your conversations, first of all, where are these pages? They're where? Locked down where?
I'm sure there is more than one copy, but the intelligence committees in Congress have copies, and to view them, the members have to get permission, make an appointment, go to a secret room, turn over all their electronics, and read the.
So any member of Congress can read this?
It's my understanding they can.
But after they read it, they're not allowed to say that's a crime about what specifically is in there. Now, is it why, you know, this 14 years, I mean, I know the United States doesn't want to have bad relationships with Saudi Arabia. Obviously, it doesn't help us. Do you think this is going to be put out there to the public?
It's possible, and the story that I'm reporting, the reason we're doing this for Sinclair media stations, will be airing this report today and tomorrow. It says that with the pressure of Congress, the Obama administration could release these pages, could declassify them, and the argument as to why is unclear. After 14 years, both Democrats and Republicans who've read these say there is no legitimate national security reason in their view, having read them, for these pages to be kept secret.
To be there. But Saudi Arabia doesn't want it released. That's what it's all about.
Saudi Arabia claims publicly, obviously they had nothing to do with the 9/11 attacks, and that they do want them released. Saudi Arabia argues that we can't fight blank pages. We want to see what's in them as well.
All right, well, then President Obama should declassify it. Now, it's up to him, right?
It's my understanding it's up to his administration,
it's up to him.
His classification officials.
So he's got to say, hey, let's ask for him to do that. We would like to see it. Now, you used to be with CBS. If people don't know, Cheryl was a long-time investigative reporter at CBS. You felt your stories were not getting the attention they deserved. You left that news agency, and you're now with Sinclair. What's Sinclair?
Sinclair owns ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, Telemundo, CW affiliates across the country, and are airing this new national program on Sunday mornings with the promise given to me, we want those stories. We are not going to editorially interfere with these government watchdog stories, corporate malfeasance stories, whistleblower stories, the very sorts of things that are very important to
Well, that's good. It's a good gig for you. You know, you have your show once a week. You get out the stories you want. If you have good stories, give them to me. I'll publicize them. You're going to do some immigration stuff.
We're doing legal and illegal immigration. We were on this track before Mr. Trump announced for president. We were on this track before this refugee crisis, but these are parts of stories we're already in the process of preparing.
So we'll look forward to hearing from you in the future. And President Obama, please release those documents. Please unclassify them so we can see who helped the al-Qaeda killers. We need to know that. Cheryl, like I said, everyone. We come right